Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Shall we start?
Yes, it's around 57 participants now.
57.
Yes.
Start as you.
Yes, sir.
Mandal, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Good evening to all of you. Continuation of in-house study. Today we'll have some monumental, very interesting topic we're going to discuss. Value education, importance of value education. This value education to the students nowadays is very important, and we have seen that during Corona, a lot of problems we are facing with the students. The importance of value education now is a need of the hour. So I will ask Mrs. Monumental to start.
Yes, sir.
And all the best.
Thank you, sir. Good evening to Honorable Principal, sir, both the Vice Principal, ma'am, Headmistress, ma'am, and all the teachers. I welcome you all in my training program. Myself, Molly Mandal, teacher of Gunanak Higher Secondary School, going to organize in-house training program on the topic value education and its significance. Dear participants, I have completed lots of training programs conducted by CE on this topic, value education and its significance. So, on my previous experience, I am going to organize this training program. This training program is of 1 hour duration. Points to be covered in today's presentations are the main content, what is value education, importance of value education, objective of value education, types of values, need of value education in school, components of value education, guidelines for value education, human rights and value education, role of teachers in value education, and value education and life skills. These are the topics I am going to discuss. First, I will take value education. Value education means inculcating in the children a sense of humanism, a deep concern for the well-being of others and the nation. The topic value education is very important nowadays because we see there is lack of value education in our society. So I thought by this webinar we can increase the values around our society. The value word is a Latin word. Value has been taken to mean moral ideas, general conceptions, or orientations towards the world, or sometimes simply interests, attitudes, preferences, needs, sentiments, and dispositions. According to I.J. Lehner and N.J.Q., values are an integral part of the personal philosophy of life, by which we generally mean the system of values by which we live. The philosophy of life includes our aims, ideals, and manner of thinking and the principles by which we guide our behavior. Values are the essence of life. Value is Value education is to teach universal values like moral values, if it's honesty to the students. The purpose of value education is the development of personality of the student. The children should develop in all dimensions so that they can serve a nation more democratic, cohesive, socially, and responsive. The full development of children's personality in his physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional aspects. Development of good manners and responsibility to our citizenship. Now, my next slide is importance of value education.
Ma'am, screen is not shared.
Yes,
Screen is not shared.
screen is not shared, sir.
Yeah.
Let me check, sir. Is it showing, sir?
Yeah, it is showing now. Now you can switch to PowerPoint. Yeah, got it.
It's okay, sir. Yes. Importance of value education. Responsibility, sincerity, cooperation, respect, scientific, sensitivity, tolerance. Now, I'm going to say about the importance of value education. Responsibility, sincere, cooperative with each other. Respect to our teachers. It increases scientific temperament. It makes a person more sensitive and it increases our tolerance capacity. Now, today's, today's every parents want to give best education to their children, which is not just confined to the books, but it goes much beyond that. Value education shall always play a very crucial role in the development of the child and our society, as our values are moral guides. There shall always be more emphasis on the value of knowledge as it helps in molding and developing in the personality of an individual. Value education helps in the most extreme advancement of a youngster's character, perspectives, prosperity, development, and so on. There are some videos on value education Just I want to show one video on value education. Now, move to our next slide, that is objectives of value education. The main objectives of value education is to aim students in making correct choices or decisions to inspire them to choose their own personal, moral, social, and spiritual values, to create awareness on practical methods that led to personal and social development. Main objectives of value education is to include the essential values depending upon the objectives. They may be individual, social, and national values. Moral values improve the development of child's personality, its physical, mental, improves the good manners, how we are responsible to our society, our home, and our parents. Some main objectives of value education are also there. What is the main objective? A student of good citizen, taking self-decision, self-management, self-awareness, how to make student in disciplined way. It also improves or develops respect for the dignity of our country and our society. It is enabling people to make decisions on the basis of their moral values. So, moral values is very important in all aspects of our lives. It helps to improve the personality development also. Personality development is essential to hold the children into a winning personality. It can bring a lots of changes in the attitude, perception, and behavior of a child. Some of its benefits I can discuss here. Students are become more responsible for their behavior with teachers and fellow students. Students become more regular with their homework and classwork. They learn to cooperate with teachers and fellow students in every situations. They learn to handle every situations in class with maturity. The students become more alternative in class. It helps the students to take their own decision without any hesitations. It develops a positive mind and a good attitude. Value education creates a strong relationship with the student and teacher. So, value education is very important in all aspects of our life. You can see that if you want others to learn some values in life, the better ways to teach them. But the best way is to live with those values. Try not to become a man of success, rather, try to become man of values. So, in our life, value is very important. Education is also very important. A child without education is like a bird without wings. The value of education in a human is same like as the importance of ink in a pen. A life is incomplete without moral values because moral values make a person more successful, more confident, and more reliable. So, everyone should take these values in our life to become a successful person. Now, my next slide is types of values. Now, you can see different types of value education are aesthetic, personal, social, moral, spiritual, behavioral, and material. Aesthetic is the type of values in which we can see the appreciation and joy that we appreciate of one another. Personal is related to our physical health. Social is the meaning of cooperation, civic sense, how we live in a society, harmony with our neighborhood. Moral values. Moral values teach us the honesty, gratitude. Spiritual is like a meditation that how we can make ourselves meditative. Behavioral is how we behave with others. Our behavior should be very friendly, respectfully, then we can serve a good life. Now, material is the pleasure of life with happiness. So, it is one of the factors through which we can serve our best life. Need of value education. According to Swami Vivekananda, we want that education by which character is formed, strength of mind is increased, the intellect is expanded, and by which one can stand on one's own feet. Value based education is fundamental to build up an individual and help him or her deep rooted from multiple points of view. It provides positive guidance to the understudies to shape their future and even causes them to know the motivation behind their life. It shows them the most ideal approach to life that can be helpful to people just like the individuals around them. Value education additionally encourages the understudies to turn out to be increasingly mindful and reasonable. It encourages them to comprehend the viewpoint of life in a superior manner and have an effective existence as a capable recipient. It likewise encourages understudies to build up a solid relationship with loved ones. It builds up the character of the understudies. Value education builds up a positive perspective on life in the understudies' brain. Value education in school. Parents want not only the book knowledge, child should be learned about value education. That is why today's need of value education in school is required. At the school level, a student understands and learn various life lessons. Value education teaches them and mold them into such people who can ideally role model when they are old enough. Some of the major advantages of value education in schools are character development, personality development, and citizenship development in education. Now, one by one, I will describe it. Character development. Value educations help the student to develop their character. This improves their inner personality of a student. Mental strength also improves by this. Personality development. Value education helps the student to develop inner and external personality of the student. Physical, mental, and social personality will emerge among the students. Citizenship education. This includes the social and behavior aspects of the students to our citizenship. The ethical values developed towards the citizenship of the student. In my slide, you can see value education in school make a student caring and kind, respectful, doing up your best, make a student responsible, friendly, understanding, honest, and fair, helpful, and trustworthy. So, these are the things through which we can improve our values. And values are important in all aspects of our life. Either we are teachers, students, or anyone. Everyone is having values in their lives. Value education makes a student cooperative and trustworthy. So they can make a friendship relation among all the students in a classroom. Not only in school, value education is important in our life. So, importance of value education in life on a larger scale. Value education is important in the life of a person. It plays for a brighter future. Educated and well-mannered people can survive in the distress of the world better than ill-mannered person. It also helps to get better job opportunities and maintain a good understanding of living. Some of the major value education in our life are makes future better, changes perspective of a person, self as a backbone of a society, develops moral values and patience, helps in understanding things better and more precisely. So value education is very important in all aspects of our life. Some components of value education are showing on the screen. Value education, in another word, can be portrayed as character education or good education. Following are some of the important character components of value education. Character education. Character or moral education is a very important component of value education. It helps an individual to become well mannered, well behaved, and socially acceptable well beings. Second is health education. This type of education is designed for individuals to gain knowledge and skills to maintain one's or another person's health. Environmental education. This education enables individuals to explore environmental issues and take essential measures to solve them. It helps them to take responsible decisions to maintain environmental quality. The last is Indian culture. Indian culture plays an important role in cultivating values. There are four main values of life have been highlighted from Vedic periods that have been considered as basic values. They are dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. The effect of Western culture is greatly seen in our customs, tradition, social, and moral behavior, our love and respect for others. These days, children love to live in freedom, does not want to bind themselves in Indian customs and traditions. My next video on value education is showing on screen.
Mother Nature, you should overlook these beautiful flowers and leaves and throw them here and there. It is our responsibility to take care of our surroundings and nature.
I'm sorry. I liked the flower, so I plucked it. I did not know whether it was right or wrong. Thank you, Uncle, for guiding us.
As educators, it is our responsibility to ensure that children develop socio-emotional skills as well, in addition to academic skills. In today's world, teaching values to our youth is more important than ever. Since students spend the majority of their time in school, many attributes and behavior they develop for a lifetime have their roots in school. Therefore, a course or subject like value education that focuses on inculcating such values in children becomes an essential part of the curriculum. Do you think that today's education system lays enough emphasis on value education as other subjects? Unfortunately, the existing education system instead lays a greater emphasis on competition, verbal fluency, and linguistic ability. As a result, the focus on value education gets diminished. The next value education, however, offers a comprehensive curriculum that focuses on the core values that guide the behavior of students in their day-to-day life and helps inculcate values through experiential learning. The next value education curriculum covers values ranging across health and hygiene, responsibility towards self and society,
Value education we have seen trust, traditions, faith, creativity, joy, education, support, community, happiness, respect, sharing, and friendship. So all these components we have to see in the value education. Now, these are the components of good character. It is moral knowing, moral feeling, moral action. Under moral knowing, moral awareness, knowing moral values, perspective taking, moral listening, decision making, and self. Under moral feeling, conscience, self esteem, empathy, loving the good, self control, and humility. Moral action, competence, will, and habit. Now, guidelines of value education. These are the guidelines of value education. In this, I will tell you about universal and rational. It universal should be appropriate to all the individuals, independent of the caste, statement of faith, nationalities, religion, and so on, for all occasions and districts. Rational, it means to speak to human thinking. It must be agreeable to thinking and not founded on authoritative opinions or visually impaired convictions. Now, move to our next slide, that is human rights and value. Under this topic, I will tell you about what is the meaning of human rights education. Human rights education refers to education, training, and information for the purpose of building a universal, a comprehensive education in human rights consists of two components, knowledge and information, and the mechanisms that protect this inalienable rights. It is important that human rights education also impart the skills needed to promote, defend, and apply human rights in daily life. Now, next is definition of human rights education. According to the UN Decade Document for Human Rights Education, a lifelong process by which people at all levels of development and in all strata of society learn respect for the dignity of others and the means and methods of ensuring that respect in all societies. Next is objectives of human right education. Human right education promotes respect for human rights of all individuals. It develops the knowledge, skills, and values of human rights. It develops the socio psychological human personality. It helps people and policymakers to evolve the ways and means to overcome the problems of each nation and that of the international community. It helps to foster understanding, tolerance, gender equality, and develops friendship among all nations and eliminations racial, ethnic, religious, and linguistic differences. Some principles of human rights education are ideally, human rights should be taught at all levels, from the preschool stage to the university, with methods appropriate to the age levels. All teachers of related subjects areas should be able to teach human rights, give some special training on the preferred methodology. Human rights education should be inherent in all subjects, but would be given a special focus as relevant in history and civic education. Aspects of human rights should be integrated into the textbooks. Special booklets for human rights education can be produced as supplements, that is, to the history textbooks, especially in establishing a new subject, separate teacher manuals and pupils book may serve to clarify which elements are included in the teaching of human rights. The emphasis of the subject should be on practice rather than on the theoretical knowledge. Now, next slide is role of teachers in value education, which is very important in our life. Now, I will discuss all the points given in role of teachers in value education one by one. First is role of teachers in fostering value education in children. The influence of the school environment is expected to enable students to obtain social competence and individual development. Such an expected influence largely depends upon the teacher's positive role in creating and sustaining a conducive environment in the school. A teacher should establish clear standards of behavior and encourage their students to behave towards himself, towards one another, and towards the whole community in an orderly and considerate way. The teacher should therefore develop a rational acceptance of these standards in his or her students, and also the ability to discriminate right from wrong. Values can be taught through formal and direct teaching. Values can be inculcated only when the institutions provide activity for it and experiences inside and outside the school that promote responsibility, cooperation, honesty, fair play, and self-control. Next is role of teachers for development of values. Since every teacher is a value educator, it is expected that he or she would be able to analyze his own biases and attitude towards students, would evolve a positive approach to authentic orientation related to different religions, related values, would develop a clear vision of his role in value orientation, would be able to devise a number of innovative ways for value education to be applied in the classroom, would be able to incorporate moral themes, would be able or be applied in the classroom, would be able to incorporate moral themes, communicator, which is very important. Teachers are a role model for the students. Their actions convey what the teacher makes a maximum impact on the personality of the student in the formative years. Students learn values from what the teachers are rather than from what they see. Next and last is how teachers inculcate moral values in students. Teachers can impact values in students by giving them instructions through discussion, experimentation, and lectures in the following ways. Teachers should give importance to cooperative learning. Teachers can maintain a case study register to closely observe the students and note down the positive and negative traits of their personalities. By organizing cultural and sports events, values like the spirit, sharing, the spirit of cooperation, patience, courtesy, etc., can be imparted. A teacher must explain to the students the importance of meditation and yoga practices for realization or the attainment of oneness with God. Every day, a teacher must spend at least 5 minutes on moral lecture. Thought for the day should be employed in assemblies. Moral thoughts trigger in them moral. Impart knowledge of foreign languages to make them know different cultures. Organize games, excursions, visits to places of historical importance. Club activities like nature club, literary club, wildlife prevention club, social service, camps, blood donation, etc. Teachers must tell the students to go to the libraries, which is the treasure house of knowledge. Skits, role plays, propagating moral values can be performed by students under the guidance of the teacher. Now, my last video on moral values. what we have seen here, that teachers are not only responsible to inculcate moral values to the students, they should get the moral education, primary education from their parents. But parents are also responsible to give value education to their children, which is very important. So both in our society, teachers and parents both are responsible to give value education to their children and students. Now, my next slide is value education and life skills. The present day world is fully equipped with informatics, science, technologies, computer, dominances, and mechanical. For the explosion of knowledge, the human beings are forced to work as mechanism dealing with materials. Hence, a wider gap is maintaining among the human beings in the society between their life and their satisfaction. Therefore, it has happened only because of value less work on the life and value erosion among them. Education only cannot make them to live with peace, harmonious and satisfactory in real life situations. Therefore, the value education is the only source to provide all those in the human lives and make them into better and better humans. There is a universal acceptance of the fact that the primary function of education is the development of an all round and well balanced personality of the student. Walter Jens states that education is an attempt on the part of adult members of the human society to shape the development of the coming generations in accordance with its own ideals of life. Values that relate to the conservation of human life certainly belong in the educative process. For successful social living, children should be taught that traditional social institutions such as the family and school have a valuable place in our culture. The family provides sheltering influences for the long period of childhood and a setting for the transmission of cultural inheritance. At the outset, the need for value-oriented education requires clarification. So I think value education should be properly taken in our school and in all life. Now, I'm going to end the topic on value education. Thank you, Principal Sir, Vice Principal Ma'am, and all my colleagues. Thanks to Girish Sir for technical support.
अरे अरे यार
Yes, Girish Sir.
Yes, I am just pasting the attendance link.
Thank you, sir.
kindly, just a second. Yeah, here we go. The attendance link is there.
Audible.
Yes, sir. Now you're audible.
Very nice session.
Thank you,
very
sir.
much. Very, I think, informative also. Thanks to all of you for patiently listening this seminar. Okay, next seminar, Girish.
Next is on 28th, sir. Day after tomorrow.
Okay. Tomorrow.
Mm,
Thanks to all of you. Okay.
It is, sir, a request from Jyoti Singh ma'am to send the link once again.
Once again, okay, ma'am. Hmm. Yeah.
It is, sir, once again.
Once again,
Our
okay,
vice principal.
okay,
Yes.
okay,
And
okay.
it is from our vice principal ma'am.
मेरा भी नहीं हो रहा है गिरीश सर, साइन इन ही नहीं हो रहा है।
साइन नहीं हो रहा है तो
मेरा नहीं हो रहा है।
वो इश्यू तो नहीं आना चाहिए।
नहीं होता है, लेकिन पता नहीं आज नहीं आ रहा। बार बार वो मेरा पासवर्ड भी नहीं ले रहा है। अब वो होता नहीं है, एक बार में हो जाता था, अभी पासवर्ड मांग रहा, पासवर्ड भी नहीं ले रहा।
मैं भी एक बार जीमेल लॉगिन दोबारा लॉगिन करके, कोई बात नहीं, रिस्टार्ट करके देखिए ना, उसको पेस्ट कर लीजिए कहीं पर लिंक को।
अच्छा ठीक है,
ठीक है ना?
तो हम कॉपी कर लेते हैं।
या कॉपी करके क्या रख लीजिए, फोन को रिस्टार्ट कर लीजिए।
ठीक है।
How many are still left now? I think only 1, 2, 3, 4, 20, somebody. Okay.
Yes. So may I leave now?
Yeah, ma'am. Of course.
No, I was waiting for our vice principal ma'am. She was there. So
Okay.
I leave.
Okay.
Okay.
Next session is from Baljeet ma'am. I think she's already ready. Baljeet ma'am. Others got the attendance link. Sanjay sir. Sanjay sir. Shyam sir.